क्या कमाल कमाना भाई ये वीडियो यूट्यूब पे डालना
Guys, if you've not voted for your team, for your favorite team, please do so. Okay. So this is the last team that is going on stage. There's a special mention to this team. Okay. Are you all from MBIT college? Okay, so they're from a college called N. Vishweshwara Institute of Technology in Bangalore. Okay, they have a pretty unique solution. So they're going to talk a little bit about what they did and how they went about. Okay, and then yeah, we will let you know the next step.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Very good afternoon. So this is me, Karan Saxena. So I'm a third-year computer science undergraduate student at MBIT Bangalore. And these are my teammates. These are final year students. They'll introduce themselves.
Hello everyone, I'm Vedishwaran. I'm a fourth year graduation undergraduate student. And he's my friend. I'm the same from MBIT. And we have developed a solution, but not entirely. We know how it will work, and so we proceed with it.
Okay, so just a small disclaimer. So I'm a big fan of AWS, but until yesterday, I didn't really have a lot of exposure to AWS. So yeah, so whatever we did, I mean, this is completely what I feel is really different from what has been implemented till now. Most of the technologies are less than 1 year old. They have been introduced in Amazon reInvent last year in November. So, and why we used it is because we yesterday came here with a blank slate. We didn't have any prejudice against any component or whatever we wanted to use. So we just read about the tutorials and the documentation and we came up with this plan. Okay, so this is the solution for problem number 1. And just have a quick through. So we have only used AWS technologies. So I'm a big fan of not reinventing the wheel. So I mean, we have not written the code, but if we had written code, still this would have been implemented in, let's say, less than 500 lines of code, I'm pretty sure of it. So yeah, only AWS technology. So the first thing is we have a UI. Can we just have the UI? Sure. So this is the UI. So I mean, we had Amazon accounts. So yesterday only we set it up. So we removed our cards. So right now I'm not able to show you. So show contents of the buckets would have showed you the contents of the bucket. Okay, close. Yeah. So browse is basically the uploading the CSV file. Okay. Go back to Sublime. Sublime. Okay. So all this implement backend for that web page JS is done using the AWS SDK, which is relatively new to the market. So AWS SDK for JavaScript, this basically removes all the dependency of an ELB and managing all the external web app components. So by using this SDK, the browser itself acts as a full-fledged UI for uploading the files and managing them. So by click of that button, we are actually uploading the file to the S3 bucket directly because for that we are actually using the authentication. I'll come back to that. So yeah, so access to the UI is controlled by the federated login, so which is part of the SDK. And so directly we upload the file to the bucket, and then we have a Lambda function. Okay, so since we're using Lambda, we don't really need to care about balancing. So we can just have we can put it into an auto scaling group, let's say with a CloudFormation and Ansible. Okay, so all this is yeah. So we have a Lambda role, which gets run as soon as there is a new file hitting the S3 bucket. As soon as there is a post in the S3 bucket, the Lambda is run. Okay, so now Lambda we had two options. We can either write it in Java or Node.js. So we started writing in Node.js, but we got stuck in the DynamoDB part. We have used the DynamoDB probably because I don't know any of the database. So I just went ahead with DynamoDB because that was natively provided by AWS. So yeah. So where was I? Sorry, yeah. So DynamoDB. So we started with Node.js, but we got stuck in between. Then we googled a bit. So we came across where was it? Yeah. So we came across Java Object Persistent Model. Okay. So this model, what it does is it directly allows you to pull the data from the bucket and interact with the DB. That's all. So how we manage? So the DB is designed pretty obviously. It has a key index and a value. That's it. So the key index is the value, which is like the first part of the input which we are getting, and rest everything is the value. So the key is the unique key, then so we are interacting using with the DB with Java persistence model. So provides a high-level object persistence model enabling you to map your client-side classes to the DynamoDB tables. That's what we have used. Okay, and again. Yeah, so and now for example conflicting uploads, so we are simply using the update table query in DynamoDB, so which automatically works on upsert, and it's like a first come first serve, so whatever comes next it gets overwritten in the second attempt. Okay, and if that attribute is missing it gets added, and if we are again sending the new attribute it gets updated with the new value. Okay, so this part is where we are storing everything into the database. Apart from that, then we have triggers. Okay, so I just show the documentation. Okay. So DynamoDB, so this was approximately released approximately 120 days back. So DynamoDB update plus triggers. So again, so what we are trying to do is whenever you input a new query, for example, you have a notification to send to you. So what you do is you just set up a new Lambda role which gets trigger. So DynamoDB trigger. So this is something which is relatively new to DynamoDB. So it gets triggered as soon as there is a change in the value or the respective value, and we are doing this via Lambda. So why we are using Lambda is so that we can actually add more and more rules to it. So this is done on the user side by Ansible and CloudFormation. So Ansible is basically JSON-based language. Ansible, Puppet, Chef, you can use any of them. So via Ansible, you write a new Ansible role for setting up the Lambda as soon as you want the query to get you want to get the notification. So Lambda role, so Ansible kicks in Lambda, and Lambda handles the trigger to DynamoDB stream. So that's how they are getting connected. Okay. Yeah. So we set triggers on DynamoDB streams for each subscriber rule, which is a Lambda code that is kicked off on an upsert. So Lambda gets kicked off whenever there is Ansible role run. Okay, so these trigger rules are CloudFormation. So triggers are CloudFormation templates for Lambda. So CloudFormation basically is a JSON template which kicks in your Lambda, basically which is an EC2. Okay, and for configuration management, which is again Ansible, Chef or Puppet. And then these triggers then hit on services like SNS or SES to provide you the notification. And for the scaling part, what we have done is we don't have to worry about scaling because the only component which is non-scalable here is DynamoDB. Okay, so there is a script on GitHub which I found. So DynamoDB. So this is what I found on GitHub. So this is something which is a script to manage your DynamoDB usage and scale it automatically. Other components, all the other components are or can be put into an auto scaling group and can be low and can be scaled up and down. Yeah, so I think that's pretty much about what we did. So yeah, I mean like we don't have the code, but this is what we figured out in the last 24 hours. And so we implemented the UI, okay, which was working. We just removed everything like after we got to know the results. Okay, we removed it, but the UI was working. We could upload to the bucket, and Lambda got kicked in as soon as the bucket was uploaded. Okay, but the problem which you were facing is you were initially using Node.js, so we did not know about the Java object persistence model till let's say today morning. Okay, so we were fiddling with Node.js, but for some reason it was not able to update the DB. I don't know why, but Stack Overflow said that there is an error in AWS itself, which is getting rectified. Sorry? I didn't get you, sorry? Okay. 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 But maybe, so we were not able to update the database, so we didn't think a lot, and we just started Googling again. So we came across Java Object Persistent Model, okay, which directly allows you to interact your file with the database. So which is relatively easier rather than writing your own Node.js. Yeah.
So I think I've gone through good enough learning, so I want to congratulate you on that.
Thanks a lot.
A lot of times that you've taken very prudent choices. Choice of AWS itself is a prudent choice. The other thing is, I just wanted to know, how did you think about handling out of order messaging? How did you enter and trying to solve the exact business problem? So you have found the right tools, you have found the right architecture. Did you find also the nitty-gritties of the problem that you were facing at hand? How did you out of order updates or reconciliation for the partial?
No, I mean partial updates as in, so we are using first come first serve. Okay. So when you get a CSV file, I check the database and just update whatever attributes are there. And if there's a second CSV file, which is basically first come first serve. Okay.
So the question is like, I want to upload the file 1 to 3. For some reason, I uploaded only 1 and 3. I forgot uploading 2.
Okay.
After like 1 hour,
so it will be updated across accordingly 1, 3, and 2. I mean, the first one will be reflected on.
But my intention was to update as like 1 to 3. So how do you handle this? So 1, 2, 3 I have to upload in this order. But while uploading to the tool whatever you provided, I uploaded only 1 and 3. I missed uploading 2. While verifying that, I found that the 2 has to be uploaded. How do you handle that?
No, I mean, you need to think about it. I'll be frank.
Lambda execution, they'll try to parallelize your execution. Like they have like, I think the default containers are like 100 containers. So they'll try to execute, like if you have a Lambda function, and if you let's say upload 50 files, they'll try to like, in your case, they'll try to execute all of them like at the same time, the 50. So there is a chance of like, out of order within that because of this kind of parallel execution. So
basically, you are saying that when a number of new files hit S3, Lambda gets kicked in, okay, and then there is a simultaneous write to the DB.
Yes, the Lambda is like, Lambda won't be kicked in like sequentially for an account. For your account, there will be like maybe 50 Lambda instances running at the same point of time. All of them will try to update your DB as per your code, right? So which means like if I have some data for one item in 2 different files, that means 2 threads, 2 instances will try to connect to your DB for the same row.
So basically, inconsistency will kick in. It's the first write which happens. I probably have to look about it, but yeah, that's a nice solution. I'll probably think about it.
Even for the triggers also, I think SNS and SCS can't be configured by using the triggers. Either you need SDK or you need to have the console for doing that. For triggers, to triggers you want to use the SCS and SNS services, right?
Yeah.
For that, either you need to write a Java code, download the SDK, and write the code for SCS and SNS, and you need the subscribers to subscribe for that particular application.
So triggering is done by Lambda.
That is true, but for that also you need to configure something for SCS and SNS. Right?
So you can just have a SQS in between now.
SQS is for mailing service. SNS is for
So for example, like Lambda kicks in, so the request goes into an SQS, which is called by an SNS.
SNS is a different service, and SQS is a different.
So SQS
Okay, guys, I will take this offline. Okay. Alright, looks like there's been a lot of debate. Okay, stop. Alright, so big round of applause. Okay, so what we will do is we're going to quickly tabulate all the scores. Okay, and in the meantime, the ones who have not collected your certificates, please come over, give me your names, and collect your participation certificates.
उसके लिए जावा कोड लिखना पड़ेगा, सब्सक्राइबर्स का पूरा मॉड्यूल बनाना पड़ेगा, इसका करना पड़ेगा। वही तो हमने ऑफलाइन सेटअप किया था, हमने यूजिंग वो सेटअप किया था, क्या कहते हैं GUI इसके सेटअप किया था, उसके लिए कोड लिखने के लिए डाउनलोड करके इंटीग्रेट किया, वो सही बंद होगा, वो सही होगा। हाँ गौरव चट्टा लंबा